Good morning, family. What's going on? Hello, welcome to the show, Toya with the T. Hold on, let me get y'all right here. Hold on. No, go this way. All right. Now I'm in the middle. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Thank you for joining me yet again. Another wonderful day. So, y'all know me, honey. And y'all know I get in my own little zone, honey, with me and the Lord be talking, honey, and I'll be trying to come up with these new topics. And today, I don't know, this been on my spirit for a couple of days. We talk about pressure and praying. I did a live the other day, so just to let y'all know, right? I'm banned. I can't do any more lives or anything for the next 30 days because I just talk too much. But I did a live the other day about I don't know, I don't remember now. But at any rate, it sparked me to do pressure and pain today. And do you need a savior? You know what I'm saying? I think one of the most frustrating things for me crossing over when I got that calling from God, right? And I went through my whole little change, honey. The rebirth was off the chain. Okay. I don't remember nobody telling me about that when they got saved. Everybody talking about you need to get saved, you need to get saved, but they don't tell you about that part. And I don't think that's right. Okay. It's a little scary. And if you're not strong and call Lord, honey, you could be in trouble. But that rebirth is something else. But the part I want to focus on the most is the saving. You know, a lot of people get on my nerves when they talk about what God ain't and what ain't true and what ain't real. You need to mind your business because it don't matter what you think. What matter is what it is. And with that being said, even if you don't have an accident, don't you still got to have insurance? Just in case. So that way, if you have insurance, you'll be covered. You don't believe you're going to get into an accident. You don't believe nobody's going to hit you. But it is a requirement that is necessary for your vehicle just in case you get into an accident. How about health insurance? We all run around here, get paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. This is why I don't fool with doctors no more. I paid hundreds and hundreds of dollars trying to get my insurance, and I didn't even get sick. And when I did get sick, they didn't do me no good. And I couldn't work no more, so I couldn't have no insurance because I couldn't work no more. So when I got sick and was almost dying with internal bleeding, might I add, and I'm at the hospital, after all them years I done paid insurance and didn't get sick. And when I did get sick, I couldn't work, so I couldn't have insurance. They still sent me home to die with insurance. I'm just saying. We get lost, man. We get lost in the pressure and the pain. And the effects of pressure and pain can lead you in a lot of different directions. But I tell you, pressure and pain will put you in a position where you'll understand why every knee will bow. When we talk about pressure busts things. Pressure also creates things. Okay. It's a certain amount of pressure that needs to be added to that piece of coal, that piece of sparkling coal before it returns a diamond. A lot of the things that we do, it's about the pressure and how you apply the pressure. And the machines have to apply and put a certain amount of pressure on different parts. And everything that we use, compress it with a certain amount of pressure to make the buttons or the handles or the pillows, everything. We want everything else to endure pressure except for us. We don't want to endure no pressure. We don't want to apply none either. Now, just because there's pressure don't necessarily mean that there's pain. Because that pillow can't feel. I can though. So just because pressure is involved doesn't necessarily mean it's pain. It depends on what it is. If it's not a living thing, pressure and pain is not going to apply. It's just pressure. But when it comes to us people, pressure normally brings some pain. And when the pain get great enough, you know what you're going to do? You're going to get up and do something about it. And in this moment and in this time, I can't help but talk about the things that are going on right now with the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's like Corona put everybody in the house, man. And the more I just sit back and watch the world, the more I'm like, this is nobody but God. He was like, look, you see your true color shining through. What? He exposing everybody with Corona. The white supremacists, the black supremacists, the abusers, the molesters, the rapists, the sex traffickers, the medical field, the thieves, the what they doing? Money laundering, everything is getting exposed in this season. Now, I know a lot of people know I ain't got no sense and I'm crazy, honey, but I got a lot of sense and I listen to nobody but God, so I don't care what y'all think. But at any rate, right, if you've been watching me these last couple of years, I've been saying, man, hey, man, God put out a calling. And this season, it's a karmatic season, man. Stop your junk, man. Stop your mess. We know what we're not supposed to be doing, man. And everything we do, when we don't do it and we do it against the will of God, you're going to endure either pressure or pain. And the only one that can save you at the end of the day on all of that is God. Your insurance. Didn't I just talk about insurance? You thought was going to save you until you couldn't work. And when you got to the doctor, it's nothing they can do. So who you got to call on? Your car insurance, because they so crooked and they look for ways not to pay people and you don't get paid, who you got left to call on? Unemployment insurance supposed to be for us, and then we get laid off, and now here we live in a society where because forget how good you are at doing the job, forget how you maintain and follow the rules and regulations that was asked of you when doing that job. Even more integrity than the person that runs it. And we're living in a society and in a state that allows affirmative action. That means if you come up in here with a hair I don't like, if you come up in here liking the Saints, and I'm in Atlanta and I like the Falcons, I can fire you and you might not even get the unemployment insurance for it. We're living in a world to where the government put us in a critical condition with a pandemic. Look, I believe with the Lord. I'm not saying that it ain't nothing about, just like everything else, you get sick with that too. What I'm saying is it's not for me. Now, whoever gets sick from it, then bless your heart. But if you don't know the God that I know, honey, your behind is in trouble. Period. So whether we're going to endure pressure, look at the pressure of what we're about to go through with Corona and what we're going through with the pressure of sending your kids to school, man. Let me tell you something, man. Man, y'all run around here again. First of all, I'm not going to claim nothing. I'm not claim. My father put me in a state of mind a long time ago. Listen. Because you're black and because you're a woman, you're always going to have to endure pressure. You're going to have to endure pain. Pain is kind of like a part of life, man. Especially if you don't do what you're supposed to do. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, when you don't listen to your parents, when you don't go to church, when you don't become one with God, when you don't save your money, when you don't get an education, when you don't learn things for yourself, you're going to endure pain in your future that you may never come back from. Because when you get a certain age, things just don't hit the same. So don't let nobody tell you you're sick. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Don't let nobody tell you you're defeated, because that's not true. And you need to know what God says about you. And nobody gets to override God, man, because he created you. And I got that. So when I was going through things, listen, I was very suicidal, honey. But when I tell you the spirit of my evangelical grandmother, when her blood ran through my veins, which ran through everybody else's veins in my family, I could not bring myself to take my own life. But once I got to talking with the Lord and he explained to me why, It's so funny. Y'all gotta check me out. I'm gonna go through the whole story in my rendition, honey, what me and God talked about, right? About the beginning. And when he explained to me that the enemy know that you can't nothing touch you. You too much, girl. You read, you understand, you strong, you ain't scared to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell you nothing, honey. You is too strong, and the only person the devil can use to defeat you is you. And that's why you have suicidal thoughts. And your pressure and your pain have been come from things and choices and decisions that you have made. And when all your options are exhausted, who's going to help you? And it was like the Lord just stood back like, okay, well, you ain't asking for no help. You got it? Yeah. Your insurance defaulted. Yeah, you ain't got none. You don't need no help? Okay. What? And I had to call out because I couldn't do it on my own. The pressure of life, the pressure of not having a job, the pressure of, oh, I need my hair done, the pressure of, oh, my nails, the pressure of, oh, my mortgage, the pressure of, oh, my car note, the pressure of, oh, my cell phone, the pressure of my relationship, just all these pressures and things that I'm going through, honey, and just walking around forgetting about the number one insurance of all, honey. Just going through all that pressure with all these things, the pressure of what y'all gonna say about what I say, what y'all gonna say about how I dress, what y'all gonna say about what I think. All these pressures I allowed myself to take as a pressure. All the pressures of my past and what had happened to me. It is very unfortunate being molested at a young age. That's very unfortunate. But that was at 9. That was 30 years ago. Why am I bet, listen, you better not be talking about nothing that happened 40 years ago on why you can't move forward. Now, there's nothing wrong with talking about it, okay? But still being mad about it and not moving forward is where the problem came in at. I felt entitled to do what I wanted to do because it's been done to me. They did that to me, so I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. And the things I wanted to do weren't smart and right choices and decisions. And then when you get in the pool of your own mess, like with Corona, the Lord shut everything and everybody down. Y'all think this is a joke? He has spoken. It is written. We all, no matter what color, know what we supposed to be doing. We all gonna have to endure pressure and pain, honey. And a lot of our pains, they talk about that in the Bible too, them birth pangs. The birth of what you've created, what you've manifested, what you put your energy into, like Michael X said, it's gonna come home to roost. And it's roosting season. When the roosting starts, the looting starts. Pressure and pain, y'all. Two very valid things that happen to us in our human lifetimes. I'm not going to be keeping on dividing. It's two kinds of division, good and bad. I'm not finna be bothered about the pressure of your color. I'm finna be bothered with your good or bad. I don't care what color you are. I'm not finna be going back and forth. There's another difference. Oh, my bad. Good and bad and man and woman. It's just a difference. They all fruit, but an apple is not an orange. It doesn't make a difference if they are fruit. They different. They're different colors. They look different. They taste different. It doesn't matter. They're fruit. Tomato. It's a fruit. Some people say it's a vegetable. Doesn't matter what you say. They say whatever this thing is, it's fruit. Take it or leave it. You can argue all you want to. We're human beings. And if we just don't recognize the difference between good and evil and pick a side, man and woman gotta be on the same side to be a team. So to allow the pressure of a color interfere with what God told us to do, listen, I'm not going out for you people. If he tell me to tell you something, I'm gonna say it. If he tell me to say it, I'm gonna say it. You can call me crazy. You do what you want to. You can lock me up. You can throw it away the key. I don't care. I will let myself in the jail. I'm not going down for you people because y'all not hearing what the Lord is saying. And he said to stop. All of your pressures and all of your pains in this season, right? If you just do and obey God's word, okay? This is where it's about to pay off. This is where all that foolishness you done been into, all these sex trafficking cases, all this pain of our ancestors and our lost loved ones, honey. This is where we need to be doing our rituals and our prayers and manifesting the truth. And let's find out and let's go. We ain't gonna need your reparations once we get finished suing y'all behinds. So we need to be working on channeling with the Lord and finding out the truth and find out who doing what. And if the government is involved, we need to get them. If the cities are involved, we need to get them. And I'm finna be on the road. Do you know why? Because the pressure and the pain that my people have endured in the United States has run us over. The pressure and the pain of watching where this world is and what happened to George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery. I mean, countless others, really starting back with Emmett Till, but I'm not going to touch that part of history. I'm just going to focus on Trayvon Martin on down and the ones that did not make the news. But the boiling point for us all was watching the pressure and the pain that's been applied to a specific group of people. Good morning. Hey, lady. Hey, how are you? Thank you for joining me. But a specific group of people that the pressure that cop put on George Floyd's back, neck, killed him. The pressure of white supremacy ran through the veins of two white men in 2020 to make them feel justified enough to go and track down a young man who was jogging down the street, who looked in the house. And when I tell you, this man, when you see him on camera, he looked at his house like, wow, this is how the inside of a house is made. Like, yeah, I'm going to get one of these and have it for my mama type, or might even build it type. And then he went on to a run. And the pressure of your white supremacy overruling or inferiority to black men allowed you to get up and want to go track him down and cause him pain. And y'all sitting back mad about what these folks is doing to a building, to buildings. Because you can't take the pressure of all these people standing together. Listen, I'm not for tearing up stuff either. I promise you I'm not, okay? But I'm about doing the right thing. And what I'm learning, what the Lord is teaching me, okay, is you're right. You're supposed to turn a cheek. You know what I'm saying? And you got two more cheeks back here too. So you got four cheeks you got to turn. And when you out of them cheeks, keep on reading in that Bible, because he don't stop that cheek turning. He will tell you to turn up too. So what you're not going to do is you're not going to kill. You're not going to kill viciously my people in my face and then get mad because we tore up a building that's insured. If it's not insured, somebody's not doing their job. But we tore up a building. We've been watching video of people's lives been getting taken. And because, listen, When we tear up that building, more people finna get employed because they wouldn't have had that job if they didn't need to rebuild. But we can't even rebuild no way because we in the middle of a pandemic. So what difference does it make about the building we tore down in the middle of a pandemic that people want to go to anyway? Are you kidding me? And people is dead and you mad? I can't get mad if there's something up. I mean, I can, and I'm like, no, y'all shouldn't do that. But you lucky I'm not young because I might have. You can't listen. You can't touch my folk and my people, right? I'm not gonna let you. You can't touch my folk and my people. And I'm not talking, just one or two folk or people. Then one or two. What you ain't gonna do is you ain't gonna just keep on killing my folks and think that there's not gonna be a point where I'm gonna want to tear some stuff up too. Or what is you? Why we got to keep being the good ones? You ain't coming good. So now the pressure of what these people out here in the streets doing, in response to the pain that they cause, a pain and death, might I add. Why are we even talking about this like this? If it was your loved one, you wouldn't want the world to stop. The pressure and the pain that America has caused on my people has made me, not made the Lord, first of all, because listen, I was somewhere flipping burgers, colas, and fries. Just let y'all know that, honey. I was in the field, happy as can be. Call me Ruth, baby, because I love to work. I love what I do. I never thought that I would not be a fast food manager, honey. And I was one of the best fast food managers, honey. Trust and believe. When you come up to my place, you're going to feel like you 5-star. And ain't nothing but chicken fingers and fries. You feel me? I was happy until I got the calling. Then the Lord was like, look, I got to pull out the big guns for y'all guys because y'all playing. Hold up, Toya. Hey, stop doing that. Girl, don't be doing that, man. Girl, what are you? Get your butt over here and let me holler at you and get focused so you can get on these folks right here. And he's still working on me, honey. And he gonna show y'all a transformation from way back then, 3 years ago, until when he get finished. Him not finished yet, because I'm very hard-headed. And I got this calling that day was finna set us up. That day was gonna try to pull a stunt, eradicate us as usual. Y'all too comfortable. And I had to make a choice. Do I want to stand up and fight for my people, or do I want to continue to be a zombie? But once I understood that I got the top-notch insurance, the Savior, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, who's my God. Oh, it's a wrap. Y'all can't do nothing with me if you tried. It's a wrap on that. I don't care what you say. I'm going all the way for the top. Presidency it is. That's why we talking about pressure and pain, man. Because pressure, if applied right, can make the most beautiful, most priceless diamond in the world. But the pain that we feel as humans, please understand that even if we bring that pain on ourselves, if we get great enough, you're going to make a change. You know how John Lewis said, get in good trouble? Okay, well, we need good pain, like birth of a baby. I think that's good pain. You know what I'm saying? Even though we go through relationship issues and problems, you know what I'm saying? When y'all finally make it 30 years later, and y'all always support each other, that's good pain. It was painstaking raising these kids and being in this relationship, especially if we were young and, going through this, that, and the third and going back and forth and fighting for each other. But when you get on the other side and you see the fruits of your labor and you see that you spent time with your family and you did save your money and you did educate yourself, whether it's school or not, you need to know what's going on so you can't be manipulated and taken advantage of. And you did make sure that you explore different options, and now you have a wealth of knowledge and understanding and emotion and sympathy for each other. You can't be stopped, man. That's why I'm a beast and I'm a monster, man. It ain't nothing I'm not trying to always learn all the time. People can't stand me and have several seats if you can't. You thinking I'm everything. Well, I try. I don't want to walk around here blind. I don't want to walk around here not knowing. And now, me and the top guy, the creator, he am on the same team. And I'm listening closely too, honey. Just look, listen. Lord, look here. You ain't even got to tell me nothing. Just make me do what you need me to do, honey. And if I get a little resistant, you listen. Lord, don't play with me. You split cities. Don't act like you just can't make me do what you need me to do, honey. Forget what I got going on, because I'm special. I done messed up all these 40 years. Don't start listening to me now. What you need me to do, just gonna make me do it then. I'm just not gonna fight no more. Because the pressure and the pain of what I thought, this is the part that really makes me sick with myself, right? Because I ran around, honey, my family was Christian, so they'd be like, at 5, you want to read a Bible verse, I'll give you $5. I'm like, you're not going to do me like that. You're not going to give me $5. If I'm going to learn the verse, I'm going to learn the verse. It's not about your money. But me and the Lord had already had a conversation. And they were always highly encouraged, be the Lord, you need to get saved. You don't be doing this. You don't be doing that. You don't be doing this. You don't be doing that. And, it was like, whatever, honey. The pressure of trying to be a Christian, I don't want to do that. You say, I am saved. You don't know. I don't want to do, look, y'all see what y'all do? I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all that. The pain of what I thought I was going to miss, on top of the pain I was already going through, just stupid. Just dumb. I'm so mad I wasted all that time, honey. But let me tell you this. Another conversation I had with my Lord. That's what they asked you to do. I didn't ask you to do none of that. I don't know why y'all make it so complicated. I'm like, but Lord, they just make it seem like you just got to do this, that, and third. He's like, yeah, they make it seem like, but I ain't said nothing like that. I didn't say, I just said put my name on it. And call on me. I didn't never say change yourself and change who you is, because I'm the one that made you. I just said, pray for you, do stuff, give me thanks, talk to me every day like you talk to everybody else. That's all I said. I don't know what they told you. Y'all do that though. That's what y'all humans do. I don't know why y'all do that. But only thing I need you to do is be good. Is that so bad? Like, I'm not asking for much. I ain't asked y'all split no more seeds, honey. I ain't asked y'all build no boats. You feel me? I ain't even asked you to build them rocket ships. That's something y'all want to do. I ain't said nothing about that. I just said be good. What the problem is, why y'all be blaming me on all this stuff when I didn't already said what I said? Matter of fact, it's written. And it's still a problem. Like, y'all gonna quit blaming that on me. That's why sometimes when y'all pick up the phone and call me, y'all go on mute or to voicemail, because I done already told you. So I was like, oh, okay. Just be good. I think I can do that. I can do that. And here I is. I'm about nobody that my mouthpiece. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say whatever I feel need to be said, because some truths need to be setting us free. But as far as actions, now I got my habits, and people who know me, you know what my habits are. Butter Just saying. God was just like, I just need you to be you, baby. And just be good. All that other stuff, whatever. Yeah, that's power, honey. Read the book. You know what I'm saying? That's power. For your eyeballs. That's what y'all need. Eyeballs. Y'all need to be able to read something. Cause you just I didn't said it and you just don't get it. So you need to read something. So what the problem is, you feel me? Y'all don't want to be in them conversations with me and the Lord, honey. Cause pressure and pain, honey, he that too. Because he know exactly what you need to become that diamond. But do you? That's the question. Pressure and pain, man. We always want to run away from it. And at the end of the day, do you need saving? You know? Do the people oh no, quiet. Not ready yet. Do the people that have committed some of these heinous crimes against the last couple of people, let me tell you something. Had they known that it would start this, they would have never done that. I promise you. I promise you. But the pressure and the pain of their supremacy, their inferiority, has led us here. And what we're experiencing is that the American people, and particularly the generation that you said, you can't beat them, that's wrong. Hey, if your parent that feeds and clothes you and spend time with you and go back and forth with you, right? If they beat you, you need to call the police because that's not what we do. We don't beat people. Okay. And you have a right to call us and let us know, even though they feed you and clothe you, because we're not going to tell you that if you go to defects, you're probably going to be human trafficked because the very people that I'm not going to go there. I don't want to get banned. But you know, foster homes are really not that good, and we need to work on developing our parents. And, hey, they feed you and clothe you, they can't beat you. Beating is wrong. Now, these people have grown up. The ones that were taught, listen now, they were taught to call the police if they got beat, right? Right? So now they finding out that the police is doing the beating and you just done told them for 17, 18, 19, 20 years that if your mama and daddy who feed and clothe you beat you, it's wrong. You didn't cause discourse in the family because you didn't explain why you get to get spanked, not abused. You don't get to abuse and murder your child, which I know that some people probably feel like it, but that's when you're not in the right mind. But a spanking, a beating, not a beating. A beating sounds hard. A spanking. And normally, let me tell you something. I got 17 nieces and nephews, honey, and they all remember that one spanking they got from me. And I ain't had no more problems, honey. And we spent a lot of time together. And even if we ain't spent time together, do you know what I get when they come around me? Respect. And they always talk about that one beating I gave them. Because I'm normally not a spanker. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to talk to you once. I'm going to talk to you twice. You don't know me from a can of paint. I'm just going to let you know I'm your auntie, and this is the rules, okay? We aim high. We go for the best. We do good in school. We don't be stressing out my brothers and sisters because they were my brothers and sisters before they were your mamas. So I'm going to be on their side first, okay? You're going to go to school, and you're going to be great, right? And what you're not going to do, you're not going to disrespect auntie, okay? For a certain age, I'm going to talk to you once. I'm going to talk to you twice. And twice, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do the next time, okay? And the second time, probably the third time, could be potentially a spanking. But if I can, negotiate and navigate, I will. But when you keep on, I'm going to get you. And it's probably going to cause a problem. Okay. And then when you get real big, like in your 30s, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be old at that time. I'm not going to beat you. I'm just going to run you over with my car if you think you're going to disrespect me because we're not going to do that. I will die for you. I will not let anything hurt you. If I need to take care of you, feed you, bathe you, clothe you, change your pampers and diapers, which many of you I have, I will continue to do that. So what we not gonna ever do is disrespect auntie, okay? I made sure I applied that pressure to help them understand the pain they would go through if they were to ever disrespect their auntie, because I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm going to love them, cherish them, take care of them. I don't care about no police, honey. You're probably going to want to go with the police than face me. So see, we don't have those problems. But as a whole, we need to understand and need to make sure that we teach our kids the difference between pressure and pain, and how we can make it, how we can use it to our advantage. Let me just say it like that. Perception is everything, you guys, man. And it's all about how we see things. And it was a great conversation on the phone this morning, about being a black man in America, but being raised by a black man, man, that was tough. I know my daddy had to pray like, oh my gosh, please don't let her be gay, because all she want to do is wear pants and wear stuff like boys, and she doesn't want pigtails. Like, oh my God, Lord, please. I know he did, because I wanted to be just like my daddy, honey. He lift weights, I want to lift weights, honey. He do chin ups, I want to do chin ups, honey. Yep, I want to be just like that. I remember us having conversations. Look here, honey, you're a girl, right? And girlfriends got boyfriends, and there's certain, roles. He's the grass cutter, you're the grass picker upper until it gets too heavy, kind of. You need to be making sure the house is clean, taken care of. The delicate stuff, the ladies like stuff. Take care of the kids. Should he help you take care of the kids? Yeah, he should sometimes. But for the most part, you need to be out there making money. Doing this thing, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Making enough money where he can afford to take care of you, especially if you're gonna have his kids and be out of commission. And then if you feel like you love him so much, why would you want to sit back and just watch him do all that work by himself at a certain point? You don't just sit up on nobody and just let them do all the work. That ain't love. So being raised by a black man, he kept it 100% real with me and always explained to me that it was always going to be hard for me just because my name was Toya Fugger. You ain't got to have nothing. You ain't got to be the finest, honey. You ain't got to be the cutest. You ain't got to have the most money. People didn't like Jesus. It was a problem with him. It's always going to be a problem with you. That is not what you need to focus on. Just focus on being great. And expect haters to hate. And this was a black man, and I don't even think that he understood the value of who he was. He was so caught up in his mistakes and shortcomings. And not even that. I think that generation was so hooked on obeying the laws of the land and every single little commandment when we forget what Jesus came for, to make it all okay, honey. You're right. You're not supposed to get a divorce. That's how God made it. But let me tell you something. You don't stay. Can't nobody tell me that God wants me to stay with somebody that's beating on me. He's abusing me. He sexually assaulted me. And because we married, I'm supposed to believe. Because I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to stay there? No. No, no, no. And I think that era didn't understand the fullness of God. I mean the fullness. Not what they said. Not what they gonna think. But Lord, listen. I made a mistake, Lord, with him or her. I see my ways, Lord. I'll never be able to make it up to her, but give me the strength to move forward. Give me restoration. Give me the strength to make it right. You know what I'm saying? Give me the strength that if I go apologize, And if they don't come back to me, that they forgive me and I move on, and that I still be blessed with that love, I know it won't be them because I messed that up. But get me close, because you're a God of restoration. You know what I'm saying? When he led the Israelites from the Pharaoh's joint, I could imagine back then you had everybody build it for you, right? Everybody done built it for you. And it probably was cool. And now you got to go out here and you got to do it on your own, man. You got to go build his house. You got to build his whole kingdom again. And now you got to build it willingly, not because fear was on your behind. Not because death was an option if you did not complete this task. Now you got free will to build the same kingdom that you built for the Pharaoh, and you can't even find the gustos. Because you don't understand the fullness of God. And I believe that, us as human beings, I think there's a group of us that don't understand that. And I think there's a group of us that totally does understand the powers of God and the powers that we have as human beings. And they are now in positions of authority and politics that endure all of this, in businesses. They use these powers and these energies and these rituals that they know is real. Listen, when we talk about rituals, we don't have to talk about bats' legs and birds' wings. You have a daily eating ritual. You have a daily exercise ritual. You have a daily cleaning ritual. You have a weekly ritual. So let's do some research, and let's not just hone on to bats' wings and spider legs when we talk about rituals. You go to church every Sunday, that's a type of ritual. If you pray every night, it's a type of ritual. And we do these things, and some of us know how powerful they are. They're in control. And I think those of us that are the downtrodden, and the misled, I just think it's because we don't know the fullness of God. We haven't got the information, and you haven't saw someone to go through it. We take for granted that when we're kids, parents tell us to do something, but you're not doing it, and you want me to listen to you, and you don't even do it. You're trying to tell me you do good, but you're bad. And these different spirits transfer and hop on people and your kids when you conceive them. And when you get with these parents, you have no idea who they really are and what they really do to your kids. And this causes a whole nother spiraling effect of mental health and deep depression. And because, the pressures and the pains of who we are and what we have been through will allow us to make certain negative decisions, choices, and decisions that don't necessarily turn out well for us in the end. Pressure and pain, y'all. You need a savior. You need to call the immediate savior. All right. And I know we ain't got long, so I'm going to wrap up that part of the conversation because I want to do something new. I want to go back on this day in history, man. This day in history. Keep in mind, if y'all got any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all know y'all can call the radio station 678-381-1973. Of course, I always love to have people call in. However, I don't know, honey. Either I'm not getting to you, I'm boring you, or you just like to hear me talk, baby. And if that's the case, I do too, sugar. That's why I do it all the time, honey. Let go. But let's talk about this day in history, y'all. Okay, July 29th, U.S. Congress passed legislation for civilian agency to be responsible for American activities in space in 1958. We have sponsored both human and mechanical expeditions in space. 1957, his first satellite was Sputnik, which that cannot possibly be true. Whatever. I'm not gonna go there because 1918, they had this really bad flu that killed a lot of people. And this was also around the same time they first introduced their radiation technology, you know, in that arena. And they like to connect that 1918 flu pandemic that killed millions of people, along with the Kung Fu. I think it's the Kung. No, it's not. Please don't let me be a Donald Trump. It's the oh my gosh. It's another one that happened over there. It might be, no, it was not a Kung Fu. I'm listening to this president too much. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. It neither here nor there. Trust me, get on my lives, you know about it. But at any rate, yeah, they had the Sputnik, which is it caught Americans by surprise because the Soviets could have potentially been there first. But you know, we steal everything anyway. Okay. Anyway, that's what we do. All right, let's see. Also on this day, Adolf Hitler became the leader of the Nazi Party. Keep your eyes open. History has the opportunity to repeat itself. So, Adolf Hitler becomes the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Nazi Party under Hitler. Listen, did y'all listen to that? How many times have we talked about nationalizing yourself? Pookie, what is wrong with you? Why are you breathing like that? Nationalizing, sovereign citizenship, why they can't be touched as white supremacists. The Nazi Party grew into a mass movement and ruled Germany as a totalitarian state. Yeah, I know what totalitarian means. That means what they say go, period. You don't get no choice. You don't get no option. What they say go is what they say go. Okay. We're going to move on from that. I don't want to talk about Adolf Hitler because it's too much going on right now. They're going to make me mad. Art, literature, and film. Hey, in 1967, the Doors scored their first #1 hit with Light My Fire. Nobody know nothing about the Doors. Can y'all tell what website I'm reading this from? Oh, look, this is a good one. In 1588, Spanish Armada defeated. Off the coast of the Gravelines in France, Spain's so-called Invincible Armada is defeated by an English naval force under the command of Lord Charles Howard and Sir Francis Drake. After 8 hours of a furious fight, a change in wind direction prompted the Spanish to break off from the battle and retreat towards the North Sea. Well, when they went back to Spain, Queen Elizabeth supported the Dutch and the rebels and the Spanish in the Netherlands, and it led King Philip to plan his conquest of England, which was called the Enterprise of England. The 1500s was a beast, boy, I tell you. Do you see how much we've evolved from the 1500s? But do you see the power and the pressure and the pain of war and going to conquer people and fight? Where it got us? It's a modern day revolution. We not with fighting no more, but we sure finna get these laws and amendments in place. Look at this, 1981. Prince Charles marries Lady Diana. Listen, y'all think we got big numbers then, honey? Listen, we've been sleeping on them. 1 billion television viewers in 74 countries tune in to watch Prince Charles and Lady Diana get married. A school teacher, an English school teacher, they just couldn't deal with it. Look, the 1900, there's an Italian American that assassinates an Italian king. Oh, they got Italian Americans? Okay. I guess. General Motors bought Cadillac in 1909 on today. That's interesting. Can you believe it? All right. So on July 29th, 1909, the newly formed General Motors Corporation acquires the country's leading luxury automaker, the Cadillac Automobile Company, for $4.5 million. That was in 1909. Come on with the jokes. They've been playing games. Cadillac was founded out of the ruins of an automotive pioneer, Henry Ford's second failed company. It didn't work. The hate started to grow, Mr. Ford. 1914, World War I. Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany and Caesar Nichols of Russia exchanged telegrams. New war right in the Balkan region. And it escalated to the European War. That was 1914, man. 4 years before that 1918 era, but everything we can't talk about on Facebook or social media because they're going to ban you. You know, say what they want you to say. 1965, the 101st Airborne Division arrives in Vietnam. All right. Observed by General William Westmoreland and his outgoing ambassador, Maxwell Taylor. 1996, this is a good one. Black boy magic, black man magic, black. And we're going to take the girl out of black girl too, honey. We want to be technical. But black man magic, Carl Lewis wins 4th consecutive long jump at 35 years old, honey. I'm 43. I am so mad with myself that I didn't set my heights. Like, be the first, this, that, and the third. Younger, deceived by the devil. Oh, y'all remember this? 2000, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston got married. And he's a turd. Because we know what he did after that. 1967, the Vietnam War. Rockets cause deadly fire on aircraft carrier. All right. A fire on a United States naval carrier stationed off the coast of Vietnam killed 134 service members in 1967. The fire on the U.S. Forrestal, I guess that's USS Forrestal, began with an accidental launch of a rocket. Wow, there wasn't no accident. Savages. 1976, the year before I was born. I did not know this. I remember the story, but did not know it was on this day. The son of Sam pulls his first murder on Donna Lauria and Jody Valentini of the Bronx while they were sitting in the car. They were both seriously wounded in the first series of shootings by the serial killer. And Lauria died. Okay. 1862, Confederate spy Bella Boyd is captured. Arrested by Union troops and detained at their own Capitol Prison in Washington, D.C. It was the first of 3 arrests for the spy who provided crucial information to the Confederates during the war. See, here we go. We cheating. I'm not finna be the only one not cheating. That's all I'm going to say. See, this is what we're not going to do. What we're not going to do is we're not going to run around here and do devilish things and have devilish ways and have ill will and intent, anything other than good. And then when it come to me, because I say I serve the Lord, then you want to have me to, oh, well, you're not supposed to do that because you're this. No, we're not finna keep holding me to the standard and you just being a demon. No, that's not going to work. That's not work. Just foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But a couple of articles, oh my God, I wish y'all can see this. 5 of history's worst pandemics. The plague of Justinian, y'all. 3 of the deadliest pandemics were caused by a single bacterium, and they call it Yersinia pestis, a fatal infection otherwise known as the plague, all right? The plague arrived in Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire in 541 CE. It was carried over the Mediterranean Sea from Egypt, a recently conquered land paying tribute to Emperor Justinian and grain. Plague-ridden fleas hitched a ride on the backs of rats and snacked on the grain, and boom, 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 the plague. All right, the Black Death, the invention of quarantine, y'all. This is known as the bubonic plague, which is, if you guys haven't heard, they say that it seems to be back over in China again. Couples suffering from the Black Death, which is known as the bubonic plague, swept through Europe in the Middle Ages. From a Swiss manuscript, Toggenburg Bible, committed in 1411. The plague never really went away. They said it returned 800 years later, and it killed with reckless abandon. The Black Death, which hit Europe in 1347, claimed over 200 million lives in just 4 years. Okay. One thing we have to understand is being in the United States of America, we have the tendency to downplay things instead of being honest with the truth. The Great Plague of London, sealing up the sick. Okay, now the last bubonic plague was the invention of quarantine. That's when we started doing it. But I beg to differ, because leprosy was out back when Jesus walked around and before then, and they would know people couldn't be around then either. They would like exile you, stuff like that. Okay, but the Great Plague of London. All right. London never really caught a break after the Black Death. The plague resurfaced roughly every 20 years from, here we go, 1348 to 1665, 40 outbreaks in 300 years. And with each new plague pandemic, 20% of men, women, and children living in the British capital were killed. Okay, so when we hear about Dr. Fauci and he's saying that all this stuff here, did y'all see the article I shared where they said, first of all, there was a movie with Anthony Michael Hall that came on all the time, who talked about the coronavirus and the exact thing we're going through right now. An old movie, and I'll get the title soon. But then we also see that in 2005, Dr. Fauci had already accommodated some previous coronaviruses, because we're on strain number 19. But there were some coronaviruses that were already running rampant that he did treat with whatever the name was that the president said. I don't want to say it because I'm so scared to get mad. And indeed, it did help. And nobody had to die. But because we want to downplay it and we want power, humans refuse to do what they're supposed to do. And we're going to sacrifice the lives of others because we're savages. Smallpox, a European disease that ravaged the New World, okay? 1796. Smallpox was an epidemic to Europe, Asia, and Arabia for centuries. The persistent millers that killed 3 out of 10 people it infected and left the rest with pock-marked scars. All right. The death rate in the old world would pale in comparison to the devastation it wrought on native populations. And the New World, when the smallpox virus arrived in the 15th century by way of the first European explorers. Everything just jacks us up even worse. All right, last one. Cholera. Haven't heard that one. A victory for the public health research is what they're saying. All right, so in the mid-19th century, cholera, cholera, tore through England. What is up with England? Y'all better not talk about China no more. Tore through England, killing teens of thousands. Teens? Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. I'm just England. Killing tens of thousands and prevailing a scientific theory of the day that said the disease would spread by foul air known as miasma. But a British doctor named John Snow suspected that the mysterious disease, which killed victims within days of the first symptoms, lurked in London's drinking water. Pay attention, honey. See the God in it. See what he wants us to do and say, auntie. Just saying. That don't sound familiar. 1918, Spanish flu. That's what I thought. Yeah, wait a minute. They're not telling the truth, though. There's another one. They didn't even talk about the Spanish flu right here. Okay. The second wave of the Spanish flu in 1918 was so deadly. The influenza pandemic, known as the Spanish flu, is hard. Spanish flu is hard to fathom, and 500 million people worldwide were killed. An estimated 20 million and 50 million victims. Than all of the soldiers and civilians killed in World War I. That's crazy. We're not there yet. That was another global pandemic. And there's one more, man. There is one more, and I can't find it right after the Spanish flu. It's the one that happened in look, stories of a cover-up. I'm not gonna go there, y'all. Listen. Hong Kong flu. That's what it is. The Hong Kong flu. That was the second one. That was later on in the 1950s, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to wrap it up, you guys, because I only got 2 minutes left, man. And I'm always researching something, man. I just wanted to let y'all know. Pressure and pain, man. What you going to do? Make some shake. It's that time, man. But I want to thank you all so much for watching me. All right. I'm in the process of some healing sessions here with a stroke patient. Okay, working on some things, some smoothies, some natural eating, some therapy, physical and speech and things of that nature, you guys. So I'm out doing whatever I need to do, believing in the powers of the Lord, man. So you know where to find me, man. Holler at your girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free, leave your question, comments, or concerns. And make sure you follow me on all my social media on Toya with the T at gmail.com. That's my email. So if you want to go ahead and get at me. But if you want to see me on all social media, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Live Me, and TikTok, you name it, I'm there. That's Toya with the T, ToyaWittDatea. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. Go check out some of that information I just dropped, y'all, man. Just go Google it. Cross-reference it. Look at what I told you. Google it. And then when you get that one, cross-reference it with 2 other type of, what can I say? Reliable sources. I like Wikipedia, but I cross-reference Wikipedia to a host of other things, okay? But check it out. Let me know what you think. And don't forget, drop your info with your girl. Maybe we can have you on the show next week or a very valid topic that you would like to talk about. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. Don't you let nothing stop you from your destiny except for death, honey, because it's nothing but space and opportunity in between you and your destiny. And God is with us. Y'all have a good day. I love you so much. I hope to see you guys really soon. Bye.